Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mark Sangan from Techno Buffalo, and on today's episode of Rumor Roundup, we'll be talking about Sony's Xperia Z5 Ultra, Samsung's new Galaxy Note 5 Active, Apple's iPhone 6s and iPad Pro, as well as Microsoft's Surface Pro 4 and new flagship Lumia devices. This is Rumor Roundup. Let's go ahead and get started. Last week, we learned that Sony could pack its alleged Xperia Z5 Ultra with a 4K display. Now, a new leak seems to confirm the company's branding plans for the super high-definition smartphone. DigiWo reports that Sony will push the Xperia Z5 Ultra as a 4K X reality device. The company already uses similar branding for its 4K TV, so it's not out of the question. Then again, we're still not convinced that there's any real advantage to packing in that many pixels unless you're planning on using the device as a part of a virtual reality headset like Google Cardboard or Gear VR. Based on earlier leaks, the Xperia Z5 Ultra is also expected to pack a Snapdragon 810 processor and a fingerprint reader. An alleged image of the device also suggests it will offer a pretty standard Sony design with curved edges and an overall industrial look. However, there is still no word on when the Xperia Z5 lineup will actually arrive, though it's possible Sony could unveil a few new phones next month at its big IFA press event. If that's the case, it looks like the company may be reverting to a 6-month release cycle after a pretty messy launch for the Xperia Z4 earlier this year. Microsoft will allegedly unveil a new Surface tablet, 2 new flagship Lumia phones, a second-generation Microsoft Band, and more at a hardware-focused event in October. Previous leaks suggest the company is prepping a Lumia 950 and Lumia 950 XL. The larger device, codenamed CityMan, could pack a 5.7-inch 1440 by 2560 pixel display, a 20-megapixel camera, 3 GB of RAM, USB-C, and run Windows 10. The smaller Talkman will allegedly offer similar specs, but with a smaller 5.2-inch display. As for the Surface Pro 4, the design apparently won't change much compared to the Pro 3. However, it could still pack a sharper display in a slimmer or lighter form. Microsoft is also expected to add some sort of Windows Hello support that could be a camera for face recognition, though a fingerprint reader may be more likely. We still don't know much about the Microsoft Band 2, we just hope the company can offer a sleeker and more comfortable design. It's also likely to run an updated operating system based on Windows 10. Finally, Microsoft could unveil a few surprise devices as well. A Surface Mini is possible, though that may just be wishful thinking. One rumor also claimed an Xbox One Mini will be announced as well, but we're not expecting any gaming console news at the upcoming event. The iPhone 6s unveiling is likely just a few weeks away, and now we may know when the device will launch too. A new report out of Germany claims carriers are set to start selling Apple's next smartphones on Friday, September 18, just a little over a week after the company's rumored event on September 9. Germany is typically one of the first countries to get Apple products, along with the US, the UK, France, Australia, Canada, Hong Kong, Japan, and Singapore. The iPhone 6s and 6s Plus are expected to introduce Force Touch to Apple's smartphone series, along with a new A9 processor, 2 GB of RAM, an improved 12-megapixel rear camera, and a 5-megapixel front-facing camera. Apple could also be releasing a 12.9-inch tablet later this year with a resolution of 2048 by 2732, but according to recent reports, the device won't arrive until the 4th quarter of the year. According to DigiTimes, Apple recently picked Sharp to supply the displays for the iPad Pro. Foxconn will take care of the touch modules, lamination, and assembly, while Samsung and Taiwan-based firm TPK could also provide some extra hardware to fill in the gaps. Beyond its 12.9-inch display, Apple is also expected to offer a stylus to go with the new tablet, but according to KGI analyst Meng-Chi Kuo, the new stylus could ship as an optional accessory and offer Force Touch support. The iPad Pro likely won't arrive until October, when Apple typically reveals its new tablet, so I guess we'll have to wait a few more weeks until Apple's rumored event on September 9th to find out more. Now, if you like the Galaxy Note 5 but wish it packed a bigger battery, well, we've got some good news. Phone Arena reports that Samsung is already prepping a Galaxy Note 5 Active with a massive 4,100 mAh battery. The rugged version of the Samsung phablet would also come with an IP68 waterproof rating. It's allegedly set to launch the week of November 8 as an AT&T exclusive, and that's all we know for now, though it's easy enough to make some educated guesses about the Galaxy Note 5 Active. If the new device is anything like the Galaxy S6 Active, it will swap that sleek metal design for a tougher plastic and rubber build. We may also get 3 physical buttons in front, but overall we actually think Samsung's latest Active phone looks pretty nice, so hopefully the company won't change too much for its Note 5 variant. When it comes to the specs, the Galaxy Note 5 Active will likely offer the same 5.7-inch Quad HD display, the same Exynos 7420 processor, 60-megapixel camera, and 4 GB of RAM. Of course, it's possible Samsung can change the hardware a bit, but hopefully we'll learn more soon, though it looks like the new phone won't make its official debut for at least a few more months. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Rumor Roundup. Anything that I talked about will be in the links down below. And if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next one.